that's what's so special about like our new podcast, Facing Evil,
Yes,
is all
please.
about is, you know, sharing other people's story, right? Their stories and how, you know, we can find the light in that darkness, because that's what our mother taught us both. You know?
So, and thank you for mentioning it. So what can you share about Facing Evil? Because I will be your first download, your watch, everything. I can't wait. But yeah, what can you share? I'm so excited. It's imminent as we record this. I think it's launching like a week from today.
Yep.
So, you know, here we go. You're going to have your second wave. What can you share?
Well, John, thank you. Cause like I love if you knew about it. Cause I was like, oh, John, we can't be on your podcast yet. Cause we're waiting for our new podcast to come out. It's coming. But I have to tell you this story. It's the first time I'm telling it. So we were humbled to be nominated for Root of Evil for Best True Crime Podcast of the Year in the beginning of 2020, before the world shut down. And we were at the iHeartRadio Podcast Awards with our director, Zach Levitt, and he introduced us in the red carpet line to Donald Albright of Tenderfoot TV, Payne Lindsay, and Neil Strauss, right, from Tenderfoot TV. And we had this immediate connection with Donald, and we're like, oh my God, this man, like there's something about him. But that night, like we were more focused on spending our time with Zach and celebrating, and you know, it just that meeting though was really special. And Donald's, you know, he seeked us out. What's the word?
We found you.
Yeah. I think that, you know, it's so funny that because that night we were so engrossed in like talking to Zach, because we love Zach. Zach, first of all, this Root of Evil was his baby. Let's just be very clear about that. He had a vision of what he wanted, and he is amazing, and another one who's beyond his time. But we were so focused on talking to him that night and thinking of like what type of podcast could we do, because we're all about light and positivity. We don't want to be the root of evil.
Right, true crime. We're like, what?
True crime, right. You know, like that's not us. No, so we were trying to have this deep conversation with him, and we were just like, and there were people walking around and wanting to talk to us, but we were just like dead on focus. And we could see Donald like out of the corner of our eyes. Like I could see him kind of going back and forth, and we knew there was just something there. You know how when you're just drawn to certain people and when like-minded people connect, you know? And so we started to have meetings with Donald, and he really saw us for who we were, because it was all the time. It was like, we're not true crime, but you know, like, but how do we share stories? How do we have other people share their stories and have their voices heard, you know? And it's so important to us about moving onward and upward, and how we can all heal as a society, because there's a lot that we're intaking on the daily, you know?